Hello there, coming at you with Woodchuck juice. Just says juice, but there are two woodchucks. So Zero Gravity has this series of juicy IPAs. The regular one, 7%, is Duck Juice. I guess that's year round. And in the fall, they have this session one, 5%, Woodchuck juice. And I got it, actually have a variety pack of them. And then there's a Buck juice, which is a 9%. And I found that I think I liked the session IPA the most. They all seem pretty different. They don't really have much of an overlap. Like this has totally different malts and hops. I guess they share, Duck Juice has HBC 586, which this one has also. That hop now has been named Crush with a K, which I found that's one of my favorite new hops. So this one just uses Crush and Citra. And it uses, Pilsner, wheat, oats. It uses this thing called Carafoam. That there's a bunch of products, I think mostly made by Weirmann in Germany, where you can get like Caramunic, Carapilsner, Carafoam, and they all kind of help with head retention and body, but don't add too much to the beer. And I guess Carafoam especially helps with the foam. So here we go. This can isn't super fresh, but it was tasting pretty good yesterday. It's from September 30th. So right now it's almost a month and a half old. And this seems like it's like the haziest of all of their Duck Juice series. And the head looks really nice. Like I wonder if some brewers who make really hazy IPAs, the head's obviously horrible. I wonder if they just don't think it's worth it to add that, or if they think it changes the beer. But whenever you see a nice dense head like that, that's real creamy and thick, usually the feel is nice and creamy and thick. Maybe this product is just sort of it's expensive and you don't really need it to make a good finished beer, so breweries leave it out. But I'm just surprised, so Zero Gravity, I don't buy them that much because, I don't know, they just seem like they're really mid-range. But I had some of their stuff on draft, and I was like, this is pretty damn good, so I decided to buy them. And this 12-pack is only $15 at my grocery store. I think most places it's more expensive, but Market Basket, where you get the deals, if you know New England. And it smells good. It smells kind of lemony, like lemon candy. And just a little bit of a candy yeast ester thing. Stops short of bubblegum. Sort of in the treehouse area of yeast esters. It smells quite good. There's a little bit of grassiness, which is also sort of a treehouse character. It's sort of like Treehouse Hill Farmstead area where you can actually notice the grains and you can actually smell barley. And I can't remember what they listed the IBUs for this as, but who cares? It doesn't smell old or anything. It's not super duper juicy tropical, but it has a really nice smell. And the flavor, it really gets close to Treehouse, honestly. This reminds me of their pale ales and a little bit of what's their blonde ale? Their Eureka, low ABV, hoppy beer series. I guess this has that kind of almost banana, circus peanutty type thing. But I'll have to save some of this, maybe do a side-by-side with a Treehouse Pale Ale. It's a pretty good amount of body for 5%. Not that much. It's not ultra soft and pillowy, but it's good, pretty good for what it is. The flavor brings in more mango-y, banana, sort of like a ambrosia salad where you just have a bunch of sweet fruits mixed together, like cut up banana, mini marshmallows, sometimes maraschino cherries are in there, coconut. Just sort of all those tropical fruit cocktail salad sort of stuff. But then it's not quite, it's not super sweet. It's definitely got some sweetness. There's an element of a fruit seltzer thing, but more like real fruit juice, real like tropical fruit juice blended with seltzer. And I kind of like that. Like, it's not banana like a Hefeweizen or, you know, some Belgian beer. It's really more like a banana fruit, tropical fruit cocktail. And it's kind of, I like that. And I get that in the aroma, but it's not too much. I don't want too much banana. I don't want too much bubblegum. I don't want to verge into Hefeweizen or Belgian IPA. Yeah, that is nice. I like this one a lot. I actually went out and bought a 4-pack of cans, of 16-ounce cans of this, which is funny because it was only $3 cheaper than the 12-pack variety pack. But I like this one more than the other ones. And yeah, pour it in there. Got a nice head. It's not like it's overly carbed. Bubbles aren't popping too fast. Do we have any sediment? Not much. I guess, did I do this? Did I do the shot? And you can see that it's not super hazy. There's a little bit of color to it. There you go. So this is like a 4.5 for me. This is zero gravity is like kind of, they're so ubiquitous everywhere that I think they're just a kind of a crappy shelfie, but it's not. The other, like the Duck Duck Juice and Buck Buck Juice are less hazy and a kind of less interesting ester wise. They're more just like a current sweet juicy IPA. This one's a little bit more unique. Yeah, just a little bit bubbly there. Almost gets a bite, but I feel like that Carafoam probably helps to soften it. Because a lot of these hazy, super hop, low ABV beers end up having that throat burn, kind of being seltzery. This one, yeah, it's a little bit coarse on the edges, but real drinkable. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.5.